Well, our West Indies boys are giving it a good go. Yes, my viewers and subscribers, and that is all we can ask for. Especially knowing our circumstances and thing. That is what we ask for. We will lose our night's rest, even if we don't end up winning. We will willingly give up our night's rest. We just want to see some fight, want to see some dedication, and want to see guys cashing in when they are on a strip that will offer them some help. And that is what we are seeing so far in the second innings, especially from Shea Hope and John Campbell, both of them finishing off day three, not out. As a matter of fact, I think they have put on 138 runs, partnership so far. So I want to say shout out to the guys. That is what we want, that is what we want to see. We know we might not end up beat these teams at home and really crush them how we want, but we want to see people that understand West Indies cricket and know where we are at. We know that we might not get the win, but we want to see guys fighting right to the end, right? And that is what we are seeing so far. So let's just take a look at it. First things first, in the first innings, West Indies ended up getting 248. Remember, we finished off day two on 100, and I think it was 140 for 4. And I was saying that, listen, if we can get probably 220, I would be happy with it and say that, listen, it's not going to help us to win, but, it would show that we are fighting. The guys ended up getting 248. Yes, 248 is what they ended up getting. And the second innings is going good so far in terms of what they are trying to do. 173 for 2. Yes, 173 for 2. We are trailing by 97 runs. Still not in a strong position or anything, but, it is showing some fight. It is showing some fight. I will willingly give up my night's rest for things like that. So let's just go back to our first innings batting. So we've started day 3 on 140 for 4, right? And we had Shea Hope and Tevin Imlach at the crease, right? That partnership, they went on for a bit before Shea Hope missed a straight one. I guess he was playing for the ball to turn into probably turn into middle and half, or somebody are half to middle. You understand? Ball didn't turn at all. Ball pitched in line with the half stump and just knocked it. Right? I guess he was looking for the ball to turn in, pitching from half and turn into middle. Didn't happen at all. It just went straight and knocked down his half stump. So Shea Hope, after showing some fight there, he left Tevin Imlach. Tevin Imlach gave it a good go before he was removed for 21. He walked across his wicket and missed one. Missed a straight one, was removed for 21 from 67. But, he showed some good fight. Justin Graves, when Justin Graves came to the wicket, I was saying to myself that it's late night right now, want to sleep, but guess what? One or two things will happen. Justin Graves will give us some quick runs, or he's going to get out, right? He came in, he looked good, he was playing the ball well until he decided to get I think it was a reverse sweep that he played off a ball on the middle stump. Ball was pitching right in line with the middle stump, and he went down and went for, I think it was a reverse sweep that he went for, missed it totally, and was sent back for 17 from 20. Right, and then Carey Peer came in, showed some fight. Up to this point, I was still watching, my people. I was still watching, right, because I saw that the guys were fighting. Shea Hope and Imlach started off, and I saw that they were giving it some, putting some effort in it. Justin Graves came in. He wasn't, just there sitting and looking. He was looking to go on the front foot. So, I was there looking at it. Carey Peer ended up getting 23 from 46. Great knock, considering the circumstances. Vice captain Warwican was bowled for 1. Anderson Phillip, right? Anderson Phillip stood there. He actually remained not out. 24 from 93. Jaden Sears 13 from 25. I didn't see when those last 3 guys got out. Right, I think I went to sleep right at lunch. And then when I woke up back, I realized that, we were batting again. And I realized that we already lost 2 wickets. But then when I zoomed in, I saw that the score wasn't looking too bad. 173 for 2, right? John Campbell, 87 not out, 87 off 145 balls. The first innings, I didn't actually saw when he got out in the first innings. So yesterday when I went back, last night actually, when I went back and checked how he got out, I realized that, it was really unfortunate and lucky. So good to see him cashing in this second innings. This is so far his highest test score. I think his highest prior to this knock was in the 60s, right? So he has 87, 9 fours and 2 sixes. Tajan and Shandopal, I'm going to have to look how he and Alec Arthanes got out, but Shandopal made 10 from 30, Arthanes 7 from 17, and Shea Hope getting, I can't say looking good because I didn't see most of that. By that time I was sleeping. I'm assuming this was like around about the good 4 or 5 o'clock coming down, 3, 4, 5 o'clock coming down. I was sleeping at that time. So Shea Hope 66 off 103, 8 fours and 2 sixes. So seems as if he's also trying to get some boundaries in the mix there. Based on how he got out in the first innings, he will be knocking himself, right? Shea Hope hasn't done a lot in Test cricket, but we have to remember that Shea Hope is used to scoring big runs in ODIs. So whenever he gets in and he's closing in, well, whenever he gets in on a good pitch and is getting set for a big score, if he gets out, playing a shot that he shouldn't be playing, he knows. You understand? He knows. It's not like he's not used to scoring big runs. It's 2 different formats, yes, but Hope is used to scoring big in ODIs. So he will understand that it was an opportunity. It was an opportunity in the first innings to kick on. He didn't do that. So he will be looking to do that in this second innings here. So, nice to see us finishing up day 3, going into day 4. Looking good. Looking good, as I said. We are trailing by 97. Obviously, it's not like I'm saying we are in a strong position to win or we are going to win. Not saying that, right? Most of the directed West Indies fans, we know where our cricket is. We're not delusional. We're not stupid. We know where the cricket is. And if we're watching the cricket maturely and, we can understand that, this is an improvement. This is what we want to see. We can say it's a batting strip, yes. But at the end of the day, you have to stay out there and bat. You have to be careful. You understand? You have to make the right shot selections and stuff like that. So, the initial report at the beginning of the game was that the spinners would have a joy. We see that Mohamed Siraj and Bumrah, they are not really in the game because it was Yadav, I think it was, that took 5 wickets in that first innings there. And right now, Washington Sundar has 1 and Mohamed Siraj has 1. So, we definitely want to see the guys, just go out there on day 4 and just bat. I am happy that we made it to day 4, my people. You understand? And at the end of day 2, I was saying that, if we can just bat for a good bit into day 3, and then, we would be able to take this game over into day 4. And who to tell, 97 more runs to go. Hopefully, John Campbell and Shea Hope can kick on, get centuries, and, we look to take it from there. So shout out to the boys. Just to take a look at India's bowling in the first innings. Kuldeep Yadav, he picked up 5 for 82. Ravindra Jadeja picked up 3 for 46. Mohamed Siraj and Bumrah picked up 1 for 16 and 1 for 40 respectively. So that is how that went. And in the second innings, I just indicated that Washington Sundar and Mohamed Siraj, they both have a wicket apiece. So going into day 4, West Indies 173 for 2, trailing by 97. John Campbell there on 87, and we have Shea Hope on 66. So not a bad day at the office, my people. So, as I said, all we can ask for is fight and, people being careful with their wickets. So we're going to leave it right there. We'll definitely have a talk, though, before the beginning of day 4 later on. Bless.